Well, looks like we're at it again. The response from you all to my video investigating the most unnecessary level in New Super Mario Bros. U was above and beyond any expectations I had for it. So, here we are for round 2. A video in which we suss out the most unnecessary level in New Super Mario Bros. Wii. Just like last time, we'll be following a group of Marios progressing through the game level by level, tracking what percentage of them would play each level if they divide evenly at every fork with multiple paths that can progress them through the game, to see which level the fewest of them pass through. Excluding, of course, any and all World 9 levels, since you can't even get there until you have already beaten the game. We're giving no extra weight to efficiency, nor are we penalizing harder to find paths like secret exits. All paths are treated equally. Though, as I'm sure we'll find out, some are more equal than others. Alright, that's enough overview. I say it's time to get into the meat of this. But not before I of course give you all an opportunity to place your bets as to what you think will be the most unnecessary level in New Super Mario Bros. Wii. Or in other words, the one that the fewest Marios will play and experience. Okay, comments made? Good. It's time to start. 1-1 unsurprisingly starts the journey for 100% of our Marios. It also informs us of the fact that these levels don't have actual names. So I guess we'll be referring to them by essentially their video game equivalent of an address. That 100% is then passed on in full to both 1-2 and 1-3. 1-3 then presents us with our first branch. This branch comes in the form of a secret exit, which sees half of our Marios launching out of a cannon aimed at World 5. We'll catch up with them later. The other 50% find that their journey's next stop is 1 tower, and from there the only place to go is 1-4. 1-4 then serves us up a split between 1-5 and 1-6, meaning that each of those levels host 25% of our players. But their estrangement doesn't last, as the very next level, 1 Castle, brings those paths right back together for a total play rate of 50%. Only for a schism to once again open, this time between 2-1 and 2-2, each of which see 25% of Marios through. The separation doesn't last though, as those 50% of Marios are right back together for 2-3. The next level, 2 Tower, inherits all 50%, and is also where the first episode of my new Super Mario Bros. Wii Let's Play ends. That's right, if you've missed the news, I've got a Let's Play channel now, and one of the series going on there at present is a Let's Play of New Super Mario Bros. Wii. That's essentially a byproduct of this video. So if you happen to be in the center part of this Venn diagram, it may be something to check out. Regardless, 2 Tower pushes forward all of its players to 2-4, or 50% for those of you with short memory. Leaving 2-4 is then an interesting affair, as it is host to a regular fork and a secret exit, all in one level. Now, a fair bit of you were unhappy with the way I handled this type of circumstance in New Super Mario Bros. U. What I previously did was split the Marios into thirds, which makes a certain sense. I mean, the level leads to 3 levels, so why not divide into thirds? Well, as I understand it, the counter-argument is that we aren't really dealing with one 3-way split, but rather we should consider the decision to take the secret or regular exit as a separate, albeit very close in proximity, branch to the fork on the world map, that you only even get to see if you took the regular exit. This approach would instead see us splitting off half of the Marios we're currently dealing with, or 25% of the total, to use the secret exit to skip all the way to 2 Castle. We would then split the 25% we're left with in half for the fork of 2-5 and 2-6, leading to each of those levels seeing 12.5% of our Marios. That is the approach we'll be using for this video. Now what happens next is that 2-5 forwards all of its Marios to 2 Castle, while 2-6 sees another split of its cast due to a secret exit sending 6.25% of Marios into 2 Cannon, and the other 6.25% going to 2 Castle. That adds up to 43.75% of Marios taking on Roy in 2 Castle, as well as progressing through 3-1 and 3-2. We're then faced with what might be the weirdest intersection in the game. Here's the deal. Completing 3-2 unlocks paths to 3-3, 3 Ghost House, and 3 Tower. And just to be clear, this is actually a true three-way intersection. So it should be easy then, right? Just split the Marios into thirds and call it a day. Not so fast. Remember that the whole premise of our operation here assumes forward progress. These Marios do not play levels just for the heck of it. They're carving a path to Princess Peach. And quite frankly, 3-3 does not help in that aim at all. This is a level that, when beaten, does not unlock a path to any other levels. So, as a level whose completion doesn't advance the game at all, it's going to be receiving 0% of the Marios. 3 Ghost House is also weird, as its regular exit also doesn't unlock any levels. The Ghost House is saved from being overlooked though due to its secret exit, which unlocks 3 cannon. So what ends up happening at this intersection is that our remaining Marios are split in half, with 21.875% going to 3 Ghost House, and then 3 cannon immediately afterwards, and the other 21.875% going to 3 tower. We then see the 21.875% from the tower show up at 3-4, and what just so happens to be the second most complex intersection in the game. Why is World 3 so weird? The strangeness in this intersection lies in the fact that when completed, 3-4 unlocks 3-5. Pretty standard so far. The weird part is that 3-5, when completed, doesn't unlock any other levels directly. Instead, it unlocks a switch, which activates a bunch of blocks back in 3-4, which you can then use to get the secret exit in 3-4, which gives access to the castle. The primary question this leaves us with is whether or not the replay of 3-4 gives it essentially double attendance. I'd say no, since what the percentage is tracking is how many players went to each level, and since the players replaying 3-4 had already been there before, I don't think it prudent to double count them. That leaves us with 21.875% of players making their way to all 3 of those levels, 3-4, 3-5, and 3 Castle. Joining the 21.875% club is 4-1, which then sees its successors evenly split that percentage of 10.9375% for 4-2 and 4-3. They then rejoin at 4 Tower to form back up to 21.875%. It, however, only lasts for a short while before the 4 Tower secret exit causes it to be split again, with 10.9375% going to 4 Cannon, which I'm sure is a very interesting place to be, and leaves us with only 10.9375% pressing on in World 4 proper, starting with 4-4. 4 Ghost House is then fed that same 10.9375%, but here it is split yet again by a secret exit. This branch means that 5.46875% will be headed to 4-5, while another 5.46875% take a shortcut straight to 4 Castle, which just so happens to be where 4-5 lets out, meaning this castle gets 10.9375% of the total pool of Marios. Next up is a very exciting level, 5-1. Why is it so exciting, you ask? Well, this is the site of our reunion with the Marios who took cannons back in World 1 and World 2. The Cannoneers are 56.25% strong, and when combined with our Marios from World 4, that gives us 67.1875% of Marios accounted for at 5-1. Then 5-2 and 5-3 split that group, leading both levels to have the presence of 33.59375% of Marios. Then the same song and dance we've seen repeated time and time again occurs. That's right, the Fracture is immediately reunited by the very next level, in this case 5 Tower, with 67.1875%. 5-4 then also gets that same percentage. 5-5 and 5 Ghost House then split it up again, so yes, they get the 33.59375% you'd expect. The near immediate reunion at 5 Castle isn't a complete one, since 5 Ghost House has a secret exit that leads to 5 Cannon. That cannon fires 16.79685% of Marios, while the castle is sieged by 50.390625%. Those Marios then join forces with the 32.8125% from the cannons in Worlds 3 and 4 to take on 6-1. That equates to 83.203125%. They are then split between 6-2 and 6-3, both of which inherit 41.6015625%. 6-3 then leads directly to 6 Tower, while 6-2 deposits its 41.6015625% at 6-4 before also going to the tower, thus giving 6 Tower access to 83.203125% of Marios. That same percentage holds for 6-5 and 6-6. At 6-6, we see 41.6015625% of our Mario population take a secret exit to end up at 6 cannon. That leaves a symmetrical 41.6015625% to press on through 6 castle, 6 airship, 7-1, 7-2, 7-3, and 7 tower. The uniformity of the route stops at 7 tower on account of a secret exit that'll be sending 20.800781225% of Marios straight to 7 castle. Meanwhile, another 20.800781225% journey through 7 Ghost House, where once again a secret exit separates a cohort of Marios. This time though, only leapfrogging 10.4003906225% and only to 7-5. That means only the other 10.4003906225% play 7-4. As you can guess, the reunion at 7-5 brings that number back up to 20.800781225%, and then the reunion at 7 Castle causes an attendance of 41.6015625%. Next up is 8-1, where the Marios that struggled through World 7 are met by the 58.3984375% of freewheelers that just launched themselves here from 5 cannon and 6 cannon. That adds up to 100%, so that means we're back to perfect attendance for the first time since 1-3. The last world honestly isn't too interesting. We see 8-2 also get 100% attendance, but it's quick to break the streak with its secret exit. That leads 8-7, 8-3, 8-4, 8-5, and 8-6 to receive exactly 50% of our Marios. And then finally, they all come back together to tackle 8 Airship and 8 Castle. And with every level's attendance thoroughly examined, it is clear to me what is in fact the most unnecessary level in New Super Mario Bros. Wii. That level is without a doubt 3-3. And really, there was almost no contest. This is a level involved in 0% of the routes we tracked through the game. Talk about unnecessary. Even I'm shocked by the absolute flouting of game progress standards from this level. So yes, just to reiterate, 3-3 with 0% of Marios is in fact the most unnecessary level in New Super Mario Bros. Wii. And I guess that's that. Another question we were all curious about answered. Be sure to stay tuned and subscribe to this channel for more valuable information beamed right into your subscription feed, and if you think there's another game or series that this type of video would work well for, leave a comment. Oh, and of course, if the once every couple of weeks upload schedule on this channel is too sparse for you, allow me to recommend my new Let's Play channel, which, as we speak, is putting up videos of a Let's Play I recorded while getting footage for this video, and a Super Mario Galaxy Let's Play on Super Mario 3D All-Stars. Regardless though, I look forward to seeing you all in the next video on this channel in probably a couple weeks. Goodbye. Potentially die for whatever monetary or educational gain you get from that commute. So, I mean, let's not be throwing stones at the penny collectors without auditing our own behavior first. That's what I say.